The first one is self-contained breathing apparatus. Okay, so what is they in a short form they call it as SCBA. Any doubt you can text us, or any information to be discussed. Yes, we can uh, um, on the go. We can discuss in the chat box, or if you want to do somebody want to ask, yes, you can raise a question. I will make it very simple and short wherever it is required. Straight away we will move into the session. First is self-contained breathing apparatus we are going to use, and how to use, where to use, what is the application. This is going to be the agenda of both the equipment training. Okay, this is a portable emergency respirator, we call it as. For example, wherever you are not able to use your general mask, what you are everybody is wearing right now, in those applications, this is designed, that is portable emergency respirator, rightly mentioned here, like portable emergency respirator, which has the fresh air, not oxygen, which has the fresh air. As per every product which is used for safety, there is a standard. This is meeting European norms, that is EN 136 and 137, just for the references here. Okay, what are all the situation where I can use this SCBA? Okay, this SCBA can be used while firefighting, maybe when you are entering into smoke, or when you want to rescue somebody from the disaster, or there is something which is abnormal, the gas is leaking, you are not able to go near to that, the oxygen level is less. So these are one kind of scenario. What we are talking is firefighting. Then there is a fire, somebody is inside the fire, you want to rescue them, and the air is having a contamination of leakages of oxygen. The other application is when you are going to work inside confined space entry. In the confined space can be anything, like it can be a vessel, it can be a sewage treatment, it can be a water tank, it can be anything which is above your 7 feet height, and the pit has one entry and one exit, is called as confined space. So here the situations are firefighting, where the oxygen level is very less, and somebody got trapped inside the fire, and the ambient is having some gas leak. You want to go near and close the gas leak, where you will general mask, the cartridge mask cannot work. In these application, this self-contained breathing apparatus are used.
ভিডিও
What
বন্ধ
is,
করেছি।
excuse me? Okay. So in these applications, these are used. For example, if you are going to close some leakage of gas, so at that time, your cartridge respirator, or the respirator what we are using right now, or a mask in general language, cannot work when the oxygen level is high or the oxygen level is low. So that application, even we call it as a major leakage area, or in safety language they call it as IDLH, immediately dangerous to life and health. That's what they call it as IDLH level. So in these application, you don't have any other option other than using breathing apparatus. We will go like this: firefighting, oxygen level is very less. There is some poisonous gas which you wanted to go and closure the leak. All these areas, you don't have any other option. That only thing what you can use is self-contained breathing apparatus. What is filled in the self-contained breathing apparatus is pure air. It's not oxygen. Okay. So what are all the limitations we are having in using of this SCBS? Okay. I would say like this is only used in such a place where the respiratory protection is not going to work. Your mask, your cartridge respirator, your PAPR cannot work on those applications. This self-contained breathing apparatus can only work, and it is not designed to go inside a firefighting. If you cannot go inside a fire, but you can go near to the fire, that proximity level. Okay, and of course not for the radiation applications and heat situation. That's what it is mentioned as firefighting entries. Okay, and there are very few categories. They called as type 1, and the other one is called as type 2. What is type 1 is for the general industrial application, where there is no chance of fire. Ammonia is leaking, chlorine is leaking, and I have to go on closure, or every day there is a process which required this external pure air. In that application, yes, the type 1 can be used. This has very less market. Type 2, wherever there is a chance of fire can happen, confined space, even at the case of some other gases which is leaked. When you want to rescue somebody on these application, type 2 type 2 ACBA can be used only because it has got a fire resistant materials completely. So what is the principle of working? So it has a air, as I said earlier, and just open the air. Then you have the pressure reducer from the cylinder to back plate, and it has got a demand wall where the pressure is reduced. But when you breathe, when you take in the inhalation, only then the air will come from the cylinder. That's they call it as a demand valve, and it is a positive pressure. Why it is positive pressure? Why we need positive pressure? In case you are going near to a ammonia leak, there is a oxygen level is very less, and there is a huge amount of smoke and chemical leaked in the floor. In these areas, if you are not wearing the face mask tightly, the chances of external leaked air can come into that. So that's why it is positive pressure. Positive pressure means the air which is inside the face mask is higher pressure than the external air or a chemical or a fire which is leaked outside. So it cannot enter into the face mask. That's why they call it as a positive pressure. Okay. Of course, there is an inhalation and exhalation valve. So exhalation valve is a single door. That means non-returnable valve. In whenever you are exhaling from your respiratory, it has got a non-returnable valve. So anything which is leaking outside cannot enter. By the pressure is positive and it has got a non-returnable valve. So you will not have a leak to your face mask from which is externally already happening, like chemical leak or gas leak or a fire or a smoke. Okay, so it is filled with air and it has a pressure reducer from the cylinder to back plate, from the back plate to demand valve which goes to the face mask, and the face mask is the positive pressure face mask. And when you it has an inhalation flap and also the exhalation flap. As and when you inhale, the flap will open and the stored pressure of more than 2 bar will always be in the presence of face mask, and it has got a exhalation valve which is a non-returnable valve. Okay, that is what about SCBA and basic working principles. Okay, what are all the components, that spares we call it as, or main parts we call it as? Here that the main part is the air cylinder. We call it as a water bottle, something similar to that is air bottle. So this is air cylinder, and it has got a main valve which is from the cylinder, and the demand valve which is there in the face mask, and alarm which will give you alarm at the time of the pressure is coming down, about to become zero. By the time it will give you communication so that for your escape. And the back plate, that is the main component to hold the cylinder, and the pressure gauge which will give you an idea what is the air which is inside, and the harness to wear comfortably for 45 minutes while you are fighting fire or rescuing somebody or getting inside doing some confined space work or arresting the leakage. And the high pressure hose, yes, because it is filled in a high pressure way, so the hose which is getting discharging the air should also be tested like a high pressure hose. Of course, the face mask and the low pressure hose. The face mask and to this pressure gauge, the low pressure hose is built up. Any doubts here? Okay. So our breathing apparatus having, I'm summarizing it here once again. Our breathing apparatuses are filled with air, not with oxygen, and it has to be weighed upside down. It has got a very simple components like face mask, air bottle, and the back plate, which has got a harness, then pressure gauge and demand valve. Okay, what is the types of cylinder we have is like very lower models, like it has a composite cylinder or a steel cylinder. Okay, and it has got a 5-year life to do hydro testing. Whenever you are using a cylinder which is 5 years from the date of last previous test, or a new cylinder, that every 5 years once you need to do pressure testing. I think these can be asked as a question. It is just coming here. Then the cylinders are made in 300 bar pressure and testing pressure is 450 bar. So your cylinders are highly tested for 450 bar pressure and it works with 300 bar pressure. The filling capacity is 300 bar pressure. And the water capacity, in case if you happen to calculate the air pressure of the cylinder, you need to know what is the water capacity of the cylinder. So when you fill a water, it's not going to be water cylinder, but when you fill a water, this takes a capacity of 6.8 liter. And the cylinder would weigh you 6 kg weight. So 300 bar pressure, this has to be noted down here. The cylinder is having 300 bar pressure air, which can be filled with the pressure of 300 bar. And the cylinder capacity would be 6.8 liter. You can take a note as 6 liter. Okay, what is the approval? If you ask, it is a PESO approved cylinder. That is, PESO means Petroleum Explosive Safety Organization, PESO. If somebody is asking, is this cylinder is having approval or the complete device product is having approval, you can say yes, it has got a Petroleum Explosive Safety Organization. In short, it is called as PESO. Previously, it is called as CCOE, that is Chief Controller of Explosive. Currently, it is called as PESO. Okay, this is a very important note here, dear participants. If it is possible, please take the screenshot of this slide, and if required, we can share this as a like a card or a PDF to you. This is very much important. Before wearing this SCBA and doing a work or a mock drill, you need to know how long you can survive with this device or the product. What we are talking about is SCBA. This is a very important calculator. Please take a note of it. How long a SCBA will work? As I said in the earlier, the SCBA cylinder can work with this calculation. Basically, the water capacity of the cylinder and the pressure of the cylinder is very much required. So please take a note. The water capacity of the cylinder is 6 liter and the pressure of the cylinder is 300 bar. In the bottom you can see. And when you calculate 300 bar multiplied by 6 liters of capacity, the calculation is 1800 bar pressure. And when you open the valve by wearing the face mask, the device will deliver air of 40 liter per minute. Okay, 40 liter per minute. This is a positive pressure and it's a tight fit respirator. So in that scenario, 300 multiplied by 6 equal to 1800. And when it is delivering per minute 40 liters of air, how long it will work is 45 minutes duration. This point has to be noted. Any doubts? I'm just giving a pass here. Any doubts here? Please let me know. So as I was telling you, there is a pressure reducer. This is the pressure reducer, which if you maybe when you come across the SCBA or when you happen to handle the SCBA, or after this training, you can go touch and feel the SCBA cylinder. There is a cylinder. From that cylinder mouth, that is from the valve, there is a back plate which has got a pressure reducer. So which will reduce the cylinder from 300 bar. In fact, it is mentioned as 10 bar. It will reduce from 300 bar to output of 7 bar pressure. From the 7 bar, this cylinder backplate will reduce a little lesser from 7 bar to 3 bar pressure. Okay. From 3 bar pressure, you will get to your face is 2 bar pressure. Okay. Yeah, it is mentioned here as 7 bar pressure. And the safety valve mentioned here can give you a whistle if in case something is going wrong. The valve on its own will tell you that there is some pressure increases happening. So if in case you happen to wear a face mask with the SCBA cylinder connected, the SCBA cylinder has a mouth which is having a pressure reducer which will give you 7 bar pressure, and from the cylinder to back plate which will have a connector facility which has got again a pressure reducer which will give you from 7 bar to 3 bar pressure. From your face mask, from 3 bar to it will reduce to 2 bar pressure. Okay. Yeah, this is the face mask. One component, the yellow color component which is mentioned here is actually a bypass valve. In general, it is called as a bypass valve. That will give you 3 bar pressure. Okay. Example, face mask will have 3 bar pressure, but it will reduce from the demand valve as a 2 bar pressure. When you are going and closing a leakage of ammonia, example I'm saying ammonia, but the flow of ammonia leaking from the joint or a leakage area is highly pressure and it is hitting your face, and the pressure which is coming from your face mask is not enough, and you want to escape from that zone, press the yellow color button so that you will have extended amount of air which is 3 bar pressure, so that the air which is leaking outside will not hit and enter into your face. Your life is saved by using this bypass valve, which is a yellow color button. Okay, as and when required only you need to press the button, else it is not required. On its own it will give you 2 bar pressure which is above than the ambient pressure. Yeah, I was talking for a long time. Backplate, this is backplate, and the backplates are ergonomically designed. It has to be weared upside down, which means the head of the cylinder has to come top side down, that means upside down, and it has got a hoses, and it has got a tight fitting, easy to fix, like they call it as a parachute buckle. Okay, and all the harness and the cables, the hoses in this backplates are flame retardant material which will not catch fire, and even if there is a chance of fire hitting the backplate or the hose, it won't transfer the fire or the flame from that component to other. It will get automatically extinguished within 8 seconds. Yes, this is the pressure gauge which we are talking about. Every time before you take up the cylinder for usage, that means the complete set, before wearing it, just open the valve of the cylinder. Then you will have the knob moving from 0, that is red button, to at a certain amount of filled condition. For example, we will take it as 300 bar, and yes, the cylinder is full now. You are going and working. While you are working, you will not be able to continuously monitor the pressure gauge. So that's why they have given one facility called whistle. At the time, the same pressure gauge is coming up to 55 bar, that is the red color, what you can see in the presentation. It will start to give you whistle continuously for almost 10 minutes. In fact, the calculation, if you see, out of 45 minutes, complete cylinder filled condition, you will be able to work almost only 37 minutes in the ambient where you are doing rescue, confined space work, maintenance, or some flame, fire, whichever you are going to arrest, or ammonia leakages. By the time it start to whistle, it is told that you need to escape from the place wherever you are and whatever the job you are doing. So save yourself by yourself. This is what this device is giving you, a communication from that application or the zone wherever you are working. Just start escape. In 7 minutes is the maximum time given with the air. Okay. Yes, the whistle will be up to 90 decibel sound, and the whistle will be next to your ears when you wear the cylinder upside down. So it will be very easy for you to hear what is the noise happening by the whistle. Okay, high pressure hose, and about the backplate, as I said in the beginning, like there is a pressure gauge also. Okay, any doubts here? If I'm going faster, please let me know. 26 participants here. Any doubts here? We are going to talk about, first we talked about cylinder, now we talked about backplate, now this face mask. Okay, no doubts. Okay, now this is the face mask which we are talking about, from the backplate, then the cylinder and the face mask. This face mask will have, you can see in the front, there is a O-ring kind of thing, which has got a quick connect from the backplate to the demand valve will get connected in the face mask. It has got a 5 harness, that means which will go from the left to right direction of your head and the center of your head to have the complete sealing. And you also have the speech diaphragm, and this is an anti-scratch treated face shield. So you will have 180-degree view when you are wearing a face mask, it is a tight fit. By the wearing the face mask, you will be able to see 180-degree view. It's little bigger than the over goggle, so you will have a lot of space to see. So in the face mask, you also have a speech diaphragm. If you are using a walkie-talkie, without removing the face mask, you can continue to speak. Or there is a facility that they call it as a SCBA jack. That SCBA jack is also can be attached to this face mask. It is a universal connection. So instead of taking the walkie-talkie to your hand, you can connect it to the SCBA jack to this face speech by diaphragm. As and when required, when you speak, it will work like the general walkie-talkie. Any doubts here? Okay. Now we are going to talk about how to use, that is donning, just wearing, how to wear this SCBA. I keep saying it has to be wear upside down. The cylinder head has to come downwards. Okay, these are all the very important point which we need to note now. When you are donning the cylinder, that which means you are going to wear the cylinder. Now already you are ready to go and fight the fire, or to cut off the leak, or to bring somebody who is stuck or entering confined space. Now what you have to do is slowly open the cylinder. Maybe there is its work on a clock anti-clockwise. So when you open it anti-clockwise, the cylinder valve will get open, which is exactly same like when you open the tap at your home. Tuck, tuck, tuck. So open 2-3 times, then there will be a slow whistle which will increase the valve, that is pressure gauge, from 0 to whatever the filled condition. Now we will take the filled condition as example of 300 bar. So now the cylinder is 300 bar pressure. So you are able to see what is there in the pressure gauge. Yes. Now you have to wear the face mask, and then you have to very clearly understand how long you can work. Then only the work has to be performed. If the cylinder is 300 bar pressure, yes, you are ready. If the cylinder is only 100 bar pressure, if you ask me a question, if the cylinder is under pressure, can I go and work? I will say no. If it is almost 150 bar pressure, it is time for you to inform to refill, so that when there is a small time of rescue or emergency which you wanted to do, you will not be able to perform. You have only 7 minutes time when you have 50% of the cylinder is only filled. Okay, 50 to 10 minutes maximum. Okay, you should know how to wear this. They call it as a overcoat method, which means whenever you are wearing a jacket, for example, you are wearing a coat. Okay, how do you wear this coat? Put your first your right hand, then your left hand, like that. The cylinder has to be worn, the kind of a jacket, and it has got a two harness. One harness in the waist, the other harness in the chest. A small connect will be there, which you can tighten it according to your height and the size of the requirement. Whatever you want, you can adjust it, like our bag seat or a seat belt or the bag straps what you have. Okay, and there is the other method, which is the cylinder is heavy, then you need to go like your school days, those days in 80s 90s and all. What people used to do is they put the bag in the bag by wearing it upside from over the head, like that you can wear. There are only two methods where you can wear the cylinder. One is coat type, the other one is overhead type. But there are only two adjustments. One is on the shoulder, the other one is the weight. Waist has to be connected and tightened, and the shoulder has to be connected and tightened. Yes. Wear the face mask, fix the quick fix regulator, just very easy. Then inhale and check for the breathing from the cylinder. Okay. So what is doping is very simple. Anything about donning, sir? If you want to go inside, any doubt? The cylinder has to be upside down. Before wearing the cylinder, just open the cylinder, check for the pressure gauge. If you understand the pressure gauge is more than the time what you wanted to perform, then only you can take a call to go inside wherever the work can be. And you should also know what is the rescue procedure. The cylinder will give you sound at the time of 55 bar. Exactly, you consider as 50 bar pressure, so that it gives you 7 to 9 minutes time for you to escape from the area. And the shoulder strap and the waist strap has to be adjusted according to your size. Then the face mask has to be tightened and checked for the bypass valve. Now the doping we are talking about. So after you coming out of the area, it can be a casual walk or it can be a rescue emergency out. Consider that the leakage or the smoke or you are clearly out of the hazard. Then you have to remove the face mask, then your regulator, and doping the SCBA by removing the loosening the straps. I just made it very simple, but it is very, very difficult to really do this, because removing SCBA and wearing SCBA is the biggest challenge point here. As per NFPA standard, it has to be done in less than 15 seconds. Okay, now the in the doping, you have to ensure the stored air inside the regulator and the hoses has to be released, because it will show you a wrong indication next time when you open. The stored pressure inside the face mask, between the face mask and the cylinder, has to be released by pressing the yellow color bypass button. Okay, you don't need to disconnect the cylinder. I suggest, sorry, disconnecting the cylinder from the back fluid is not required. Whenever it has to be refilled, yes, then send it for refilling once after use or the cylinder is getting empty.